Charles, congratulations on the victory. We saw you just a month ago. Obviously, it wasn't the best night for you. How quickly, or how important was it for you to get back quickly and kind of put that one behind?
Yeah, I mean that was my goal. The first thing I did when I got back from the last fight against Bryce Mitchell is I went in the gym. I told my manager Jason House, the owner of American Top Team Dan Lambert, I said, hey, listen, if anything comes up, I just need 7 to 10 days to make the weight, and I'm ready to take a fight short notice. I mean, I'm ready. And I want to get back in there. The only way to come back from L is to get a W, and I was able to do that tonight, so super happy.
Yeah, no doubt. Did it through your striking a little bit. I mean, we think about you as a grappler a lot of times, but was that the plan coming in? Did you think you could outstrike him on the feet?
Yeah, man, that's one thing you guys haven't been able to see much of me lately. I mean, I've fought in some of the best strikers in the division. I fought Yair Rodriguez, Shane Burgos, both fights I was winning. I thought I won the Yair Rodriguez fight. I lost a split decision to him in Mexico City, his hometown. If you go back, watch that fight. I mean, I thought I won it, but, that's part of the game. That's kind of why it scared me when I went to split decision tonight. I was like, oh, man, not again, but it's part of the game. I've had the opportunity of going to gyms all over the planet. I've got to go to Thailand to train at Ruai Muay Thai, got to go to Majiro Gym, Kyoko Gym in Friesland and Amsterdam, to Holland and travel the world, and then I trained at American Top Team with Roger Carl and some of the best striking jiu-jitsu in the planet, so I'm super blessed. And also I'll train with a little bit with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. You can see that style out there a little bit too. So, these are just things that I'm always adapting and learning as a fighter.
Yeah, we were hearing Wonderboy get called out a lot. Was that a code or was it a reminder? What was it?
No, that's just the style. It was working tonight. I had the Wonderboy stance, that karate stance, and then once I started landing that straight pull two, which is one of the punches that his dad Ray taught me, I was able to land it hard. And once I started landing it, man, I was really busting him up. I think I rocked him a couple times, but man, hats off to Kevin, man. The kid's nails super tough. He's one of the top 20 guys on the planet, and I was able to take him out. So happy to do so. Happy I was able to get the W.
We were a little worried about the cut. It's kind of in a bad spot. Did it bother you?
No, honestly, it didn't really bother me. I knew it was from a headbutt, so that's kind of why mentally. I think if maybe he landed a head kick or something crazy, but I think it was at the end of the second round. I felt his head smash me, and I was like, oh man, hopefully I knew it was cut, and you never know how bad a cut is. So I just felt it, and I knew it was leaking, but I knew it wasn't big enough to be a real issue. But I was so confident because I know that he was slowing down, and I felt him slowing down, and I was like, that's when I start licking my lips and get to go to work.
The last thing for me, what now? I mean, do you want to keep the ball rolling? I mean, you just fought a month ago, or do you need some time off? What's the next move?
Nah, man, I would love to keep fighting. That's what I do. I'm a true fighter. When I was an amateur fighter, I fought 20 amateur fights, and I won all the fights fighting throughout the country. I was a top amateur in the country, and I was fighting every weekend, and that's what I love to do. I kind of want to get back for the love of it. I hate waiting 6-7 months to fight. Sometimes it's really tough, and it's a lot of stress not knowing when you're going to fight for 6 months. But if you just keep them coming, you always stay ready, so you don't have to get ready. That's the motto I like to live by. And I'm gonna get back in the gym as soon as I'm gonna get these stitches out and get back to work.
Charles, right here. This is the 4th straight fight that you were betting underdog. Do you think people still? Why do you think people continuously overlook you in this?
I don't know, man. But I was able to cash in. So I had to. On the Manny fight, I was an underdog. I got a big win there. Was a big underdog. In this fight, I'm an underdog. I mean, that's how it is. I don't make the odds. Whoever make the odds is probably kicking themselves in the ass because they didn't do a good job. So I got the win tonight, and I'm happy I did. Made a little bit extra money because of that. Put a couple stacks in myself. So let's go.
And this is your first UFC win that happened outside the Garden. So what do you make of that?
I think I got to go get another win in the Garden and continue my streak. I have 3 wins in the Garden. I have the record for most wins in the Garden, passing Conor McGregor. So I don't know when this COVID thing is going to be over and things get back to normal, but hopefully it gets back soon and I can get back and fighting in front of my fans because I really feel like I live off, I fight much better with the fans. I know I did a good job tonight, was able to land my strikes in the distance, but I'm an adrenaline fighter. I'm a fighter that gets in there and has wars. I think tonight was a pretty good fight. You could see some good exchanges, but man, when the crowd gets involved for me, it only amps me up and gives me more fuel for the fire.
And one final one. What do you think of the NHL coming back in August?
Oh man, I hope so, man. Hopefully my boy Brad Marchand gets back to work, and the Bruins look like they're favorites to win the Stanley Cup. So I'm always rocking the Boston Strong and the Bruins hard. So I was able to walk out with a Boston Bruins jersey, my first win at the Garden. So unfortunately they don't allow us to wear the Bruins gear no more. But I'm always repping my city.
Charles, you fought in 2 locations without fans, Jacksonville and here at the Apex. What difference, if any, did you feel between the 2?
There wasn't much of a difference. Honestly, the weird thing about Jacksonville is I was fighting in a huge arena. There was like a arena that seated like 20,000 people, but there was nobody in it. So it was definitely strange, you know, like looking out to the crowd. Like I remember walking out, like going to slap hands and ain't nobody there, you know. But this time I was expecting it, you know. Maybe it was a little bit of you know, kind of knowing what to expect a little bit. I did a couple things in the gym. I was able to spar with some guys kind of coming in. I got some other UFC fighters. One kid, Jacob Kilburn, he came in. He's a UFC fighter, newcomer. And, you know, one day he just was in the gym and we're like, hey, are you going to spar this other kid? So, like, basically I was able to get sparring in with guys that I didn't know, like new guys coming into the gym, kind of making it feel like, you know, these type of fights. We got the big cage at American Top Team. We got the good coaches. So it was pretty cool to be able to, you know, get that work in and prepare for this. And, you know, there's nothing more that I wanted to come back from the Bryce Mitchell fight to get this big win. This is what I dreamed of. This is what I worked for. And there wasn't anything that was going to stop me tonight, maybe besides the judges, but yeah.
There's been a lot of talk about the big cage versus the little cage, and our guys getting after it. Are just more opportunities there? Did you feel a difference in just the action for yourself?
Yeah, man, I don't even notice the cage, man. I'm a fighter. I just go in there and I go to war, and that's it, man. Like, I mean, my coaches were telling me, hey, it's a small cage, but for me, it makes no difference. You know, I go in there and I play my game, and I'm willing to, you know, go to war. And, you know, I was surprised he stopped my first takedown. His takedown defense was good. And then he tried to take me down, you know, by the end of it. Once I started landing, I was surprised because he's primarily a striker. Like, I don't think, and watching all the footage I've watched of Kevin, that I've seen him go for takedowns and stuff like that. But he was trying to get me down, and, you know, I just dug my underhooks. And I was hoping to sprawl for, like, a front headlock and be able to rip off, you know, some of my submissions because I got some nasty submissions. But, you know, it just, you know, hats off to Kevin. Like I said, he was super tough.
Final one for me. Some parts of Vegas are open, some are still closed. Have you thought about what you're going to do to celebrate?
Yeah, you already know, man. I can't wait. I haven't figured it out. There's a couple casinos open. You know, I love gambling. I'm a gambler. So hopefully I do well with that tonight also.
What's your game?
I like roulette. Roulette's my game. So let me get a number from you. 1 through 36.
36.
All right, let's go. John, black or red?
Let's go black.
All right, black and 36. Let's go.